What's up, guys? Sleeps right here. Today we're going to talk about the top 5 decks at the beginning of the March 2013 format, in my opinion. So I'm not going to talk about Fire Fist and Mermails because you guys know what they do. I mean, everybody's done videos on those. Those are really good decks. They're probably going to be good for as long as the format lasts. But the other 3 decks I'm going to talk about are ones that you might not be thinking about as top tier anymore. And so let's just start off with Rabbit. I think Rabbit's still going to be a really good deck. The fact that Macrocosmos hurts everything but that deck is going to be crazy. And I know that taking out Sangin hurts inconsistency a lot. But, you know, they might be able to still play Dark Mimic and Gold Sark. You know, Gold Sark, Tour Guide, Leviair. It's still going to be a play. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like, it's not going to be as good as having Sangin in the deck, obviously. But, I mean, it's still going to be very, very playable. And plus, the level 3 toolbox for that deck is really good. You know, Spirit Reapers and Snowman Eaters, those are 2 really good cards. And they can play two of each, you know, maybe even 3 Spirit Reaper. So they're going to be able to still overlay into their Leviair and still get the sick plays off. It just slows the speed down a little bit. But if they're playing stuff like Gold Sark, you know, or they could even come into like some kind of just complete stun deck with Thunder Kings, Fossil Dinos, stuff like that, and still be a really good deck. It's the best stun deck that's came out since I've started playing. So that deck is still going to be good. It's not dead, you know, not by any means. So that's my take on Rabbit. The next one I'm going to talk about is Wind-Ups. I know that I've seen like the Stoner Monk stuff come out and all that stuff, MX Saber Invoker or something like that, and which is pretty cool. I mean, it's still going to be a good deck, but I definitely don't think it's going to be tier 1 anymore. You know, you're going to have Stoner Monk and a dead spell in your hand, and you know, if they Valor, discarding a spell is a cost, so you're just going to you're going to lose that spell, and you know, you don't play bad spells, you know what I mean? You're not going to play something just to get rid of it. You know, the best thing that you could probably get rid of, you know, maybe MST at first, or, you know, a dead fact if you have 2 factory in your hand or something like that. And even then, like, those MSTs can, and if they chain MST to your factory, you know, you're not going to have a backup plan. So it's going to lose a lot of consistency. And another thing, the extra deck for that deck was already really tight. You know, it's only 15 spots. And MX Saber Invoker is going to take over the spot for Zemighty, but to play 2 Photon Papillon Operatives is going to be kind of hard. Because I know people that, like, when I've played them and stuff, they've always debated on playing, like, what rank 4s, you know, Maestro, Utopia, which ones can you get in there? Because you have to play so many level 3s and 5s and stuff like that. So it's going to be, the rank 4 is going to be kind of hard to fit in a second Papillon Operative. But, you know, they're going to figure out a way to do it. But, you know, Macro is going to hurt this deck even more now, because if you get rid of the 1 Magician, that's all you need to get rid of to keep them from going, like, OTK, like, the crazy spammy stuff. You know, people might even be able to side in something like DD Crow. Probably not the best idea, but, you know, it could happen. So I think that deck's going to lose. I think it's going to be tier 2, because it's going to lose so much stuff. Because Summoner Monk, first of all, he's at 2, so the fact that you open up with 1 isn't great, you know. Especially him and Shark, or him, Shark, and a spell, you know, it's 3 cards. And, you know, the spell has to be a bad spell. It has to be something, you know, that, it's going to be hard to play. You're not going to ditch, like, your Reborn to get him off. While opening up Shockmaster is really good, and calling spells on your opponent, you know, they're still going to have at least 1 card advantage on you, you know, because you had to discard the spell. But that's my take on Wind-Ups. And the last deck that I think is finally going to get into that tier 1 hump is Dark Worlds. You know, that guy playing 2 Eradicator and 2 Deck Devastation Virus is just genius, really. And now Mind Crush is coming to 3, so that doesn't sound like it's going to be that big of a deal, but I'm telling you, that's going to suck, because they're going to have 3 Drag Down, 2 Eradicator, and 2 Deck Dev. That's 7 cards that let them look at your hand. If they open Drag Down and Mind Crush, which is more easy now, it's hard to come back from that, because, you know, they can hit 2 cards that you really need for your combos, and after that, I mean, they're going to have so much card advantage on you. It's already the fastest game 1 deck. You know, and then playing Eradicator is finally going to get them over that hump for, you know, they always had bad back row hate. You know, if they're playing on something like Rabbit, they're obviously going to call traps now with Eradicator. You know, Eradicator hasn't seen that much play until recently. And that guy playing 2 in the main is just awesome. And Deck Devastation Virus hurts everything pretty much, you know. If they go Deck Devastation Virus against Mermails, that's really hard to come back. You know, they could have something like 2 Dragoons and a Megalo in hand, but, you know, that's unlikely to. And I think Dark Worlds already have a good matchup against Mermails because the pure speed of the deck and 3,000 Grapha is just hard for them to get over. You know, the only thing they really have is like infantry or maybe a big eye play to get over them. And I think that they're finally going to get over that hump. They're going to be able to side stuff like Decree, and you know, a lot of the top decks can't really play Deep Fissure besides Fire Fist. But even then, when you eradicated them, you're probably definitely going to call spells to get rid of like the 10 key, all their searching, so you can gain card advantage. You know, and it's already so fast. So I think Dark Worlds is finally going to take that leap to be in a tier 1 spot. And that's it, guys. I'll trying out.